Angels of light and love, I welcome you in to direct and protect these messages, these chakras, these auras, these space, this work, my children's. Thanks so much for doing your, working your charm. All right. So what do they think of me? The emojis in place are to show that there's protection on each side when thoughts are exchanged. Therefore, these are ascended points of views, perspectives, okay, on each side. So, on the left side, I got King of Cups in reverse. Right side is the Three of Wands inverted. Okay. So, okay, when you shake someone's hands, or, how do they say it? Providing some dap. I think that's how they say it. Give me some dap, like that thing. I know, I'll get there. But you do that usually with your right hand, okay? So my right hand is Three of Wands inverted. So must be on the recipient side. What they think of me is the King of Cups in reversal. This is good. This is good. It's good. Maybe too good. So, for the most part, I received the trophy cup, okay? I received the trophy cup for what I am able to provide, what I have provided thus far, what I have delivered. Three of Wands inverted. Personally, custom, treatment. But King of Cups is highly intuitive, right? So, even when you treat that as a trophy cup, how do I say it? To celebrate someone else, it's kind of like an all-in type of thing. At least for the moment, So there is a little bit of like a shadow to it. And because the King of Cups wouldn't just like relinquish this cup for like no reason. This is in honor for someone that's highly, highly intuitive. Like, oh, she beat me. So there's something about where, at sometimes, I'm perceived as being too good, too intuitive, where it could veer on the concept of it being dangerous territory. So, I don't see too much of that, only because like the King of Cups that does celebrate me in that manner, whether male or female, non-binary, whatever, they're in a good place. So, yeah, they're in a good place. So, they wouldn't, yeah, I would just say that. Especially paired with a Three of Wands inverted. It's very much channeled to them. Okay. On the doing side, I do deliver. All of my agreements are beneficial. And anything else that needs to be said? I think that's it for that, for the header card. Oh, I just saw a visitor here. Is this day number 3? Day number 3, no cigarette. Yay! It's becoming easier, but today I actually felt like, I wouldn't mind one, But I was like, it's too easy. So, I just let it go. It was too easy to do it this way or to do it that way, but doing it out of convenience is like a mind-blowing fail to me. So, not gonna do it. And so I've veered off a little bit on another end, and junk food is a new issue. I don't know, not too bad, but today I don't usually have like these artificially flavored things, especially if it's cheese. But I had to. I'm doing it. Anyway, so that's my transparency for the day. You know what I gotta say? Since my last reading, oh my gosh, people are already saying goodbye to me. So crazy in their own way. Some verbally, some non-verbally, but it's very sweet. It's very sweet to see this change up. You realize who's been there and around town all along energetically, and that's good. It's kind of like surreal to me, just because, or is unreal the better word for it? Just because it's like the okay to move on, you know? It's it's kind of like blessings be, you know? Yeah. It's good. All right. So, what do they think of me? What do what do their higher selves think of me? I want to know, because I want to have kinship with the world, you know? Let me have some more junk food. Give me a second. Shh. It's gonna be okay. Five of Cups in reverse. What opened up to it was the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Oh wait, Five of Cups inverted. I thought I heard myself say reverse, but it was inverted. So this is an active goodbye. Basically, knowing that people know that I've done all that I can do at this point, even though there was like a venue, like a path for me to reach a mastery in a certain arena. Sometimes, you know, life happens in a different way. And so it's redirected to the point where I've basically, people are realizing that I've done all that I can do within the allowance, the spectrum of allowance. So they're already saying goodbye, because they understand it's not about what's permitted and what's not permitted anymore. It's more about the allowance. You know what I mean? The actual form of what transpires when somebody says that it's permitted or not permitted. And so people are realizing this. Like, there's a certain cap to how much you can invest in something before you say that you're no longer going with the flow, but rather forcing things. And so people are realizing this. I mean, you see two mermaids bookending the Five of Cups right there. So all the more reason to that. So it's like Checking your cape at the door, basically. I think she's sewing it. Yeah, oh my gosh, I just realized that. She's sewing another cape. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That's interesting. It's kind of like, I don't know, maybe there's something about, okay, you remember we were talking about the blank slate here? So she's wearing that now. And maybe she's mending an old cape. Something that has already earned its stripes, basically, its pentacle energy. And you see like how half of that is displayed there in writings and physical pieces that like of correspondence, basically. And this is like the intangible forms of like the symbology of intangible forms. So there's some mending before it's like hung up. So it's like checking your coat at the door is what it's saying to me. So people are seeing that they find it not just agreeable but also understandable on the upcoming decision for me to leave. Interesting. And these are people that you wouldn't even expect, like come around the bend, you know. Okay, this fell on the open bag, faced up. I mean, I can't see it because it's not facing me, but up against the bag. So let's see. The Fool card inverted, but also upright. Basically an open door. Just something new, something different. But it's kind of like a revisitation of the past, because this junk food snack that I have, the reason why like I'm interested in it is because it has like the flavors and nostalgia of something of the past. And I don't mean to bag on whatever branding this is, so I'm not going to say anything about it, except that it reminds me of a time of being comforted with the unrefined. And so when you don't know too much, oh, this makes me a little sad. When you don't know too much of what's out there, but you're provided with a source that that you know to satiate you, and you're quite happy. You're not thinking of anything that's better than what you've got. So, but now that I've experienced more, it's like, oh, no, I can't go back to that. No, I like this stuff, you know. There's a huge difference between this and that. And and so there's nothing wrong with either side. I think it's just revisiting the taste buds, the flavors. Moreover, the taste buds, the feeling of the taste buds, of being more satiated than not. With ease, you know, very accessible. And so, like I said, there's nothing wrong with this way or that way. It's just a difference between where you were and what you've grown to become. So, the contrast has no real weight or bearing on revisiting this feeling. You know what I mean? So it's kind of just like an afterthought, you know? So there's that, you know, in life. So anyway, seeing that this Fool card is inverted, and it was just facing that, there's, what they're saying is that, because nothing is by mistake, so that this is kind of like whatever's new, whatever's upcoming for you, whatever door you decide to open, there's nothing wrong with revisiting the concepts, the experiences that made you happy in the past, like what those points of resolve were, and just going with the flow of that feeling, not like thinking logically too much about it. Yeah, I think there's something about that there. So, like for this instance, there's something about the satisfaction in simplicity, in accessibility, in the ease of comfort. Nothing wrong with any of those things. So, if that's the formula that can get me to the next thing, then great. Great. I'm allowed the human experience. And what else do you want to say about that? I think that's enough for that. Okay. So what do they think of me? What do they think of me? Okay, it landed on my left foot. Is the Death card inverted? To have like the birth of something and then followed up by the Death card, both inverted. Left side. Oh, people see that I go through a shit ton of change. You know, just as I start something, I'm also on to the next, onto the next, onto the next, without completely killing off what I've brought forth. There's something about those quick transitions. The change is almost instantaneous. I mean, one fell right outside of my foot, upright, facing the bag of whatever. And this one fell right on my left foot, like millimeters away from the other card. So there's a lot of closure. Like, just even that little live anecdote, it's a blend of the past. It's like I can dig into something, revisit it, like open that door and then close it shut. Like, okay, closed, case, you know, closed, shut, on to the next. So it's kind of like kind of like a good study buddy, visiting life experiences. I feel like that's what that is. All right. Next up, what do they think of me? What do they think of me now? My panel, what do you want to say about it? It fell again on that. It's like Klinko or Plinko. Anyway, it fell again straight up on there. What is it? It's the Hermit card accentuated. So, okay. Birthing something new, opening the door, closing it shut, Death card. Okay. Hermit card, open again, but it's dark. There's something about, actually it's still closed, but it's accentuated. So once I, oh yeah, so once I close, put a close to something, it's not really, that energy isn't absolutely killed off. There's a living memory of it, like a museum almost, in which I can resource that to kind of build upon other concepts, other feelings, other, all, you know. So there's still resources. But when I close that door, it's like ultimate darkness. It's the void. It's sitting in my own energy. Like I made that decision. I made that decision to close the door, and I'm good with it. So what does it feel like to be, instead of a +1, kind of like a minus? No, it's not really a -1, but what does it feel like once you've deducted, like come to like deductive reasoning? Because I don't feel any less, you know. It's, if anything, it's a +1 by myself. Yeah. So what does it feel like to be kind of nestled into myself, you know? Three, 6, 9, 10, 11. The Hermit card is 9 here. And there's 11 pentacles here. It's the Ace. 11. I think master number 11 is the aspirant, like the aspirer, basically. So this is someone that is has a lot of hope and faith in basically like a lot of drive, like self-starter. Yeah, because like if you're alone, you don't have that struggle of like that interaction of like, so what do you want to do? What do you want to do now? What do you feel like eating? Oh, I don't know. What about this? I don't know. What about that? So there's no battle of preferences or opinions. Why did we even get to that part? I don't know. I'm hearing key decision making. Have some more space. Yes. What does my panel want to say? This time I felt upright, facing my left heel. The World card. Again, third time's a charm on closure. That's crazy. When I think about these things, I don't, like when I do tarot, I just kind of like stumble upon, like I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. I don't do any studies like this card is basically this card is basically that card. The differences are between this. I mean, I could do that. I think that would be kind of fun. But nobody has expressed interest in signing up for my classes, my hypothetical classes. So I don't put myself out there like that. I do it in a different way. I'll figure out life. I'll figure out life so I don't have to do the whole 9 to 5 thing. I'll recreate my experiences as a 9 to 5er, doing my own stuff. Seeing it through. This is recognizing different forms of sentience, the dynamism between different ports of communication, almost like a snow globe. See? You see what is, Tina. The ports, navigation, etc. It was good. Okay. So what do they think of me? Oh, they see me as the all-seeing eye. Is that right? Give me a second. A humanized version of it anyway. Some form of a hybrid. What do they think of me? My panel, what do they think of me? Oh, I forgot. I was going to use the answer deck too. Wow, what a shuffle. Holy smokes. Okay, that fell right in front of me. 3 of Cups in reverse. What? What does that mean? What do they think of me? Oh, they think that, or they see that I'm left out of certain celebrations. But they also see that even with this like taunting energy, that I'm also celebrated in things that I'm not included in. So it's undercover celebration only because it is, I am recognized, but at the same time, the only way that some have been able to deliver that kind of energetic is through like private celebration almost. Like it's just done energetically. It's yeah, it's done on an energetic level. Interesting. What is a clarifier for that card? What do they think of me? This one. 2 of Pentacles inverted. It's starting to become easier for me to find balance, like almost effortlessly. And they're also saying this is kind of like sundown energy too. So by the end of the day, I am able to achieve balance. Not find it. Achieve it. Yes. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, this is truly like this is like the 80s Empress here. You want me to tell you why? There are 8 of Pentacles down her leg, right? These are basically printed stockings or tights. So it has that like 80s vibe thing going on. But like those fulfill the 10 of Pentacles requirements here. So like this is kind of like, because of the it being on the inner leg, it's almost like saying it's kind of like the Empress, like giving birth, like, because that's like on the inner leg. So you would automatically, you could assume on the other leg there's another 8. So we got a total of 16 pentacles right there. 16. The assumed, or rather implied, energy is that's a Tower moment. So even more so, the Empress has really brought things out into existence by her own sheer free will. Yeah, manifested that because the 2 of Pentacles are the bubbles that are being blown out. 18, I believe, is the Moon card, so definitely this is the 80s Empress in manifestation mode. Inverted, right? I think that was inverted. It was inverted, yeah. So so there's something like cute about this, but also do not underestimate this like whole aesthetic of cute. Yeah. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this. Give me a second. The answer deck. I just remembered it. Okay. What do they think of me? My panel. What do they think of me? Okay. The Storm in reverse, and what fell on top of the 3 of Cups in reverse? Confusion. What? Oh, yeah, definitely. So, like with all, talking about the Empress, you know, the 80s Empress, you know, making those decisions, Tower moment, etc. This is leading, like the striking force of the Tower moment causes a storm. Now it's in reversal. So like all that I have brought forth, birthed, you know, coming from the Empress, there is some confusion. Absolute, like it mind boggles people. Like, why is there still that energy of with that 3 of Cups in reverse of what is it, that it's like this loitering, like what do you call it? We just talked about it. Like it's like celebrating in your face, but you're uninvited. Do you know like how many revolutions I've had of that? It's, I don't even understand it. Like I used to work at this company. I did like so much. Like so much. Like I learned a lot of how to do things and what not to do anymore. Okay? So learning was it was a lot. So what do you want to say about, oh yeah. So the ratio of males to females there, okay, the percentage of females there were about 10%. Okay, 10%. And so the females really, there was only like, I had like 1 or 2 on my team. Both were older than me, but it's like that shit doesn't matter to me. I was just happy to have, like, it wasn't even like, I didn't have like a whole 2 people, because one was like, I don't even know what to say. But I did have one whole person, one whole sweetheart. Anyway, so when there was a baby shower or 2, there was always like secret gatherings, and they tried not to include me, and then when they finally felt they had to, it was just, oh my God, it was sick. The kind of energy that's when I learned that girls could be way more cruel than guys. 100%. Even like just the, oh, yuck. So anyway, people are kind of mind boggled as to why that would still happen. Like, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. How do you get through this place? You know? How does any work get done? You know? Oh my gosh, espresso. Okay. That's funny. I appreciate the sentiments of what that implies, you know, what hidden enemy. Oh, hidden enemy. And then you pop up. What? I'll give you an example. Your happiness. Privacy needs to be protected, because it's like why some tarot readers that are married don't always wear a wedding ring or tell they're married. I didn't even think about those things. I didn't think about those things. Yeah. Yeah. Hidden enemy, though. What the heck? I think it's a reality. When you go big, when you do big things, when you do unpopular things, there's gonna, and there's a craze about it, and it captures so much interest. There ought to be some hidden enemies. But you know, it's when you really think about it, they're just projections, like massive projections on steroids, you know? They don't know where to go. Hostile energy, you know? They're enemies to themselves. So, you know, it's just like, it's frantic energy. Like, where do I go? This ball of energy. Like, I don't know what to do. There's so much hate. That's what's happening. What else? What do they think of me? Oopsie. What do they think of me? Something opened up here. Journey. Okay. And it opened up to this instructional card in reverse. It's part B of it. It's about the how-to. Let me see here. This is the setup part of it, and then this is the part that it opened up to is the how-to, like the defining of play. So it's in reverse. So journey leading up to that, facing that. So basically, I'm on a new quest, learning how to play with a new deck. This is like a whole new set of cards. It's not tarot. It's not oracle. It's the answer deck. So there's an openness to play on the rules, kind of define them as I move along, and how to use them. That's good. So, like, it's basically I call the shots here. Oh, yeah, bottom of the deck is gain. I've gained a new deck. Tally ho. Interesting. Interesting. Top of the deck is anxiety. Oh, people are in the dark, like with their pompous, like, entitled selves. Entitled, accomplished selves. Sweating it in the dark, talking. Yep. Yippity, yep. But shit is gonna come to them. You see? 3 of Wands. Striking. Yeah. Yep. All right. What do they think of me? I want to ask. Let's transition. What does my panel think of me? What do they think of me? Whoa. Almost all of the deck has shown itself. What do they think of me? Let's get one. I just want to know. 9 of Wands, extroverted. Oh, when I show up, whether announced or unannounced, I'm recognized. It's like a witch on fire. That's what it looks like. Kind of a witch burning, but it's like that kind of spectacle, but very chill in presentation. Okay. All right. What does my panel think of me? King of Swords inverted. Brutally honest. First off with self. But they attract very much similar energy, so telepathic energies. There's a huge attraction there. Oh, yeah. So as I show up, this King of Swords, these energetics show up for me, like kind of protect me as an all-seeing eye. Do you see that? You see the fire down there? And right here, that's the fire right there. So they show up in a bigger space, kind of like covering a greater diameter, a greater span of, yeah, to ensure my safety. Interesting. That's so crazy to see it like that. To move from the Wands energy to the Swords energy and see it connect like that, that's insane. So this is not just here, but also beyond the veil. Can you imagine? So, you know, practitioners, okay? You know what it's like to have like a very strong King of Swords in this arena. Can you imagine what the King of Swords would be like with cosmic kin, with like extraterrestrial energy, more practiced in that avenue of resolve? It's crazy. That's what I got. I want to get a clarifier for that. So strange. Change in reverse. So this is something that holds steady. Like steady hands. Like when you're working with very meticulous energy. Not only is your mental focus there, but also everything that pairs up along with those gestures. So this is very, very steady energy. That's a clarifier right there. What does my panel think of me? Card number 3. It's a 10 of Cups. Holy smokes. Absolute happiness. Like, everybody's at the table. Different age range. Like, this is all likenesses coming together. Like, all higher selves. This is wonderful. This is holiday energy. This is very, very, very good energy. That's insane. I did not expect to see that. Everybody's well fed and happy, healthy, safe. This is really good. I think this is the first time I've ever gotten the 10 of Cups from this deck. Okay. Thank you. So what does my panel think of me? Last one on that note. 6 of Wands inverted. Oh my gosh, I am super duper celebrated. You know, if you don't know who's on my panel, the basic 4, not so basic. The usual 4, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Anubis, and Goddess Kali. Isn't that insane? Freaking insane. They're showing me that there's 2 more unannounced here that are on my panel. Being that 6 of Wands, it's crazy. This is crazy. I want to get one. Let's get a clarifier for that, because that, like, back to back, the 10 of Cups and then the 6 of Wands. Holy smokes. Clarifier. Frustration in reverse. Gosh, I make their work easier. Like that, it's like a no-brainer to them. Like it's things are so much easier. We have a good relationship, not just a working relationship, not just a functional relationship, but like an interpersonal relationship is good. All right, so let's see if there's anything else here. What? Okay, so it's perspective, not always coldness or non-interest. On the other hand, the attention seekers just want you to smile at them. They're scared to really incorporate all that you bring to the table. Yeah, there's attention seekers of all sorts. I'm more interested in what I'm doing nowadays. Let's see what else. Okay, so it's been 48 minutes here. Holy smokes. The last comments of what they think of me. Thank you to my panel. That was really great. So what do they think of me? What do they think of me? Okay, let's get all of those. King of Pentacles extroverted, the Magician upright, the High Priestess in reversal, and the Star card upright. Holy smokes. This is like super vacillating energy. This is absolutely productive. Like you got it going on. You got it. Like you can make money while you sleep, Tina. Like this money is just being like it's being fueled your way, spewing your way. Like you have just cranked it. Like you broke the gears. It's going. It's flowing. manifestation energy for sure. You see, like the pentacle is given, okay, and then that pentacle is like a flower, basically Rosicrucian. But there's like a life force here, you know. But it's manifesting, and also with the written word of the Akashic records. And then the High Priestess in reverse with the Star card upright. Dude, this is like infinite energy. Absolutely infinite energy. Like, when I say vacillating, we got the King of Pentacles and the Magician like flowing like this, like the horizontal aspect, right? And then the High Priestess and the Star card kind of like vacillating like on the upwards plane. So that's crazy. This is so good. So they see that I cover the span of knowledge and practice. That it's not just like a take or a give energy. There's a constant flow in this, and it's not within just a simple orb-like structure like atom. You know, it's not just like revolutions. There's twists and turns to all of it, and so there's revolutions on the different polarities. Yeah. So this is being very thorough and providing a lot of hope and like, what are they saying? Like structurally sound. So very stable in energetics, in receptivity, and the outputs. This is really great. I mean, the High Priestess in reversal, I would say, is more of like applying the knowledge. Yeah, working like a magician in her own way. Applying principles. Because this would be somebody that in the highest suit, being objective in those applications. So this is also kind of this, like this casting call. This is noticing what other stars are out there, and being selective in divining knowledge, kind of passing knowledge on to them too. Yeah. Definitely. So again, I'm getting like this 80s Empress in manifestation mode, because this pentacle is being handed over, and then it's like it turns into this like rose, right? Kind of like Lisa Frank, kind of like maybe that's 90s. Anyway, but we have the High Priestess here, and she has this orb-like structure, which ends up being the star. So I don't know if you lived in this time period, this phase where like people would like I don't know, in grade school you would write letters, and then you would have like what were like very primitive emojis, right? Star, heart, you know, like that peace sign, you know, that kind of thing. And so it's very similar to that energy here. The spirit is very much captured, but the applications are kind of like old school, you know? So there's nostalgia built into this. Five of Wands. I see The Devil here, as well as Judgment. And the Emperor. You see? Have X and V for 15, the Devil card. We have double X here, if you look at the whole picture, and then 1 right here, so that's 21. That's the World card. Well, I was thinking Judgment, but that's 20. 21 is the World card. There's closure here, like massive closure. So these are my, this is my, what do you call it? My activists. This is my activist crew. Everyone brings something to the table, their own milestones. Everybody looks different. They've walked different paths of lives, and this is our intimate conglomerate energy. What's beneath that? The Tower in reverse, for sure. This is my activist energy. They don't just make decisions, they follow through. They help with the cleanup. Excellent. So, I want to know what they think of me. Well, they think well of me to show, oh my God, to show up for the Empress accentuated. Do you see that? That's so crazy. Oh my goodness, that is crazy. They think well of me, obviously. That's great. Bravo! I love it. Okay, top of the deck. Justice. Look, even more so, they're making themselves obvious and known, and you know for sure they're not just like trying to stroke my ego or whatever, but they're showing up for the real deal. So there's an act of kind of like sacrifice in this, because when you make yourself shown and visible for the principles, not just the person, that puts you like kind of in the same seat of risk almost, by association. So it's like when people just stroke your ego and they're just there for you, you know, like, because it's just kind of like, you know, a few visits here and there. There's minimal risk involved, because it's more so like, you know, that there's where their interest lies when they kind of hide and scurry off when the real shit comes through. But no, they're helping enforce that. So that's excellent. Behind that is the King of Wands. Yep, this is a network that's making it happen. Yeah, like pulling strings basically to work the justice system in its most erect and stable form. People are so nasty sometimes. What's behind that is the Seven of Pentacles inverted. So there's patience in this, you know? It's a process. We're not just saying that just because like it buys us more time. No, it is a process. All right. So we're going to get 2 header cards, and then we're going to head on to the ninagrams, okay? I don't know why they said 2, but I guess justice, so it makes sense. Fair gray-haired man in reverse. Somebody's finding the spirit again. The spirit alive. Yeah, that's what's happening. Second card is strength in reverse. Okay. I know who's here. I know who's here just based on those 2 cards. Can I get a clarifier? May I get a clarifier for this? Peace in reverse. So someone's here basically out of curiosity. There's unrest basically, and it's almost weakening within how that elaborates into one's life, especially for this particular phase. So but you know, the spark of curiosity is something that's interesting. It's worthwhile to entertain, and that's why this person is here. This sentience is here. I'm going to get one more card on that. Dude, this was supposed to intro my bananagrams. Like, you cannot take over my bananagrams. Oh my goodness, sexual attraction. So there's that. What a plot twist. I cannot use this to intro into my bananagrams. Like, seriously, it's already been an hour. I can't, no. I can't do that. No. Okay. My panel, what do you want to say about this? Because obviously, if it's on like the intimate macrocosm, what does it mean for me on the inside? Like let's see. I'm just gonna open that door to say, like, you call it and let me know what. Why am I supposed to know these things? What? How does it relate? What is it, like, the dominant energy that I must know? Like, I know, like, what do they think of me? I know I asked that, but all right. Solitude in reverse. So, to know that you are not alone. What does that mean? It's got to be more than that. Like, what? Mistake in reverse. Okay. So, when one feels like within this energetic, like, I would understand, I could understand it. But number one, of course, they've established that this is something that you're not alone in. Like, this is relatable. But it also is emphasizing that just because there's unrest and it affects one's life, and there's like a variance of feelings and observations at that there's the one big takeaway in observation is that there's no error in you. There's no, it's whatever this is, it's not a problem. It's not, it can be subtly problematic, but at the same time, it's not, there's like no finger to point at here. There's, this is something that's normal. So, yeah, that's strange. Why would they say it like that? Yeah, so this is kind of an uncomfortable vibe, I would say. And some people are not cool with being uncomfortable. So this is something that is like, they would kind of, this kind of energetic would be like, what's wrong with me? Like, why am I, you know, there's something there. Like questioning to the point of identifying with a defect. Like there's something wrong and it's not. Okay, so one other thing. Abundance in reverse. So it's what you do with that energy, within that knowledge. Whether you receive the lessons and the understandings, or you relay it to, I don't know, take a chance and see what would unfold. But there's learnings in both suits, you know? So let me go ahead and plug this puppy in. How do I do this? Okay. Jeez. It's very strange, this energy, you know? Trying to put this, situate it back into like this, standing here. I don't know. I was doing laundry, goodness gracious. All right, anything else that you want to say? That's weird. It's obviously a strong energy, so what do they think of me? So if this is an energetic, oh, you know what? I must not be their type, their usual type. That's what it is. If we're gonna simplify it, they're just like, what what's going on here? So it's, you know. Okay. Let me see here. Oh, I hear I heard uppercase ringing 748. I heard it was high pitched but like muffled, but in my head they said uppercase like ringing in my right ear. Fair gray-haired woman. So yeah, I totally understand this. I'm like, I remember not too long ago, 24 hours, maybe 48 hours, I was like, no, I can't. I don't even know who you are. I don't know who you are. Just because I can read energetics, like I don't know who you are. So I can't get wrapped up in all of these feelings and all of these like thoughts. Even though I'm reading like the energetics of the higher selves or whatever, I can't fool myself into thinking that that's the actual. Like, if it were actual, it would be so much simpler and so much easier to like hang out and get to know each other. Not like, you know what I mean? Not obey the rules of everybody else's comfort level and like what people might, you know, like fuck. No, I deserve actual shit. The good shit. Not hiding behind anything. Oh, look, I deserve an untilted picture. Yeah, that's what I deserve. So, I understand this energy. It's like, what is wrong with me? Why am I thinking these things? Like, why am I hung up? Like, it doesn't make sense. Like, you have to cut off that energy. If that's all that it gives, like, you have to, like, realize what that is. And I deserve a more comprehensive experience. And it's not to say that anybody else is lacking, but, like, I deserve, like, when I'm here, I deserve someone to be here as well. You know? Why would I request anything less? So there's that. Hope. Okay. You know what that person said? It said, we're going to be able to get out of this darkness. Don't you worry. We can be out there in the light. Okay, we don't have to be so hidden. You know? How crazy is that? I'm telling you, King of Swords is... it's funny. Loss. I don't know. It's like, it's no hard feelings, but I've got to, I've lived too much of the carrot and stick thing. So, Yeah. Yeah. It's time for me to live a new kind of life. And what does my panel want to say about that? Clarity in reverse. So things are a little murky right now, a little hard to see. Which is a great excuse to say, okay, that's the gray area. We don't need to jump this way or that way. It's like, it's okay with not really knowing. It's okay with not making the firm decision right now. Who's asking for a decision anyway? It's just more a validation, like, okay, I can't get hung up on this energy, whether it's this or that or whatever. That's the bottom line, you know? What does my panel think about that? 7 of Wands. Yeah, I can do that. I hold the higher ground. Definitely. That's good. Flower power. All right. What's the what's your takeaway, aka our takeaway? It said 2 cards here. Okay, so that's the 9 of Cups in reverse and Temperance inverted. Okay. Yeah, so this is calling the shots on what makes you happy but also is healthy, like happy and stable. So it's redefining those terms. Reconditioning. That's exactly what this is. This is healing through reconditioning of what makes you feel fulfilled. What does that mean to you? All right, so what is just my takeaway? My takeaway. 5 of Swords, accentuated. Holy smokes. This is like a brutally honest, energetic, almost like a killer. I don't know. Let me see here. What's that? What is the clarifier for that? Holy smokes. 6 of Cups in reverse. Yeah. I would say brutally honest here. To the point where I guess people feel like it would, how do I say it? You know when they say that you can't win them all? You also can't win all soulmates, you know? So this is something that's about being brutally honest in who goes and who stays. So sometimes it's a matter of like miscoordinated dynamics. So some people think that I would throw them under the bus. Like, this is a dramaticism of it, where I'm like, I'm rushing on over to pick them up, and they said we were supposed to meet over here, but then they're over here, so I accidentally run them over. that's what happens. I bring the party bus and it was like, burr, burr. and then that's what they think, that because I'm so ready and gung-ho to meet up, sometimes that meetup is so unexpected that it hits them like with full force. So it feels as though they've been thrown under the bus. Whoa. That is, I want to know what my panel got to say about that. That's Four of Pentacles. Well, that's ownership, claiming your decisions. That's like, what do you want me to do? This is temperance, you know? Doing frisbees like duo style instead of like the cups. She put down the cups and now she's got the cookies. Like, what do you want me to do? So that's that. Yes, we deserve transparency for sure. So that's it for now. What a lot of discoveries in 75 minutes. 76 maybe. All right, that's it for now. Thanks for all donations provided in light and love. I certainly appreciate it. But now that this blessing... Oh, wait. This blessing is not officially over. Who's trying to fuck with me? Blessings be to my crew. My activist honeys. Thank you. So upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas to assisting with the sequence of rollouts. By the way, I claim back all my energy, all my power to pass through the white light of the Holy Spirit to cleanse and bless and be refortified within me. In light and love. I close the portals in this reading. Now.